How can Auburn defensive lineman Malik Blocton make an instant impact for the Auburn Tigers?
You are Locked On Auburn, your daily podcast on the Auburn Tigers. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Yes, welcome on into Locked On Auburn, your daily Auburn Tigers podcast. I'm your host, Zac Blackerby, and thank you so much for making Locked On Auburn your first listen every single day. We got a special guest on the show today. Joining us now here on Locked On Auburn freshman defensive lineman Malik Blocton. Malik, the media, we got about a 20-minute window to watch you guys the first practice, and my biggest takeaway, the first show I did after that, was how impressive you look day one as an early enrollee. What have you been doing this offseason to kind of prep for this moment?
I mean, I just been working out with Coach Dom. Getting extra work in. I still, on the weekends, I still be coming back to Montgomery and training at Madhouse. I've just been doing the same stuff that got me to this point. Sure.
Yeah, do you feel like, okay, you're done with the high school ball? Did you feel like your mentality shifted a little bit, saying, okay, this is all business now, which a lot of your class seems to approach this as all business, which I think is great. I want to ask you more about that in a second, but could you tell a major difference as far as development for what you've done specifically this offseason?
Yeah, I could tell a major difference, but as far as looking at it as different as a business, no, I don't look at it as that.
Sure.
Because I still look at it as football. This is the game I've been playing since I was a little kid. I'm still gonna go out, have fun with it, do bring a good energy to the game. It's never. I don't think I'll ever look at football as a business. It's always gonna be the fun game I always played as a kid. Because it's fun. You still gotta have fun with it, no matter what level you're on.
Sure. The transition now. You've done 2 practices, right? Y'all had 2 practices before spring break. What's kind of been the biggest shock or maybe surprise or some sort of adjustment that you've made since practicing at the high school level versus the college level? And I know you did some bowl practice stuff as well, so it may be a little different for you, but what's been the biggest adjustment for you?
The biggest adjustment was really the size of the offensive lineman, because I'll probably go against one good offensive lineman every other game in high school.
Yeah, sure. Who's the best offensive lineman that you've gone up against in your short time here at Auburn?
Either D Wade or Connor Lou.
Okay. Yeah, heard nothing about good things from both of those guys. For sure. Your freshman class, Hugh Freeze has talked you guys up. Auburn media has speculated, fans are excited, but if Hugh Freeze, I've said this on my show, Malik, if Hugh Freeze is going to win an SEC championship at Auburn, it's going to be because of your class, a top 10 class, no matter where you look. And it's pretty well constructed. A lot of defensive linemen, a lot of DBs, a lot of receivers. You got the star quarterback. Do you guys talk about that internally? I'm sure you guys are close as a class. Is that something that excites y'all kind of internally?
Oh yeah, of course. We all knew what we was getting into. We all knew what we was coming here for. So we really just we all trying to come in, make impacts. We all trying to get on the field really early because we all know that we can do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And your defensive line class, you and TJ Lindsey and Amaris coming in, they didn't get as many guys in the portal as a lot of us thought on the defensive front. They've got Gage Keys, they got Shul Carter coming in, and those guys look good. But it seems like you guys are going to have to play. You guys are going to have to play early on. Is that exciting? Does that kind of adjust how you practice early on in your career at Auburn?
It doesn't really adjust how I practice because I'm going to practice hard either way it goes.
Sure.
But, I knew that coming in, though. I knew I was going to have to play because, my brother left, Lawrence left, Justin was leaving. A lot of guys was leaving. So, I knew that if we, that coming in, I was going to have to play. That's what Coach Garrett told me. That's what Coach Montreal told me. All of them told me that. So, it really was it was no shock to me.
Yeah. So, that was part of your recruitment process. Is that they told you, hey, come here, come play. We need you right away.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, your relationship with your brother, Marcus Harris, for those who are unaware, were you up at Auburn all the time? Is this probably an easier transition for you just because of that?
I mean, yeah, I was probably at every home game my junior year. My senior year, I tried to like limit like going to Auburn because I was really trying to like go to other places, see other things, like make sure that Auburn was the right decision for me.
Yeah.
And every time I came back to Auburn, it was just like it was family every time. That's why I stayed committed. That's why I didn't even like look at nobody else.
Yeah. 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 And then, obviously a big part of your recruitment, I assume, were you surprised when he left? What kind of emotions did you feel when that happened?
Coach Garrett, yeah, when he left, that really hurt me because like me and Coach Garrett had plans. Like we both knew what we was coming in here to do. Like
yeah.
He knew where he wanted to put me at, and during the whole bowl practice, he was just like teaching me all the different lingo, all the different techniques, all that stuff to like play defensive line for him. And I felt like I was gonna have a big season with him, but it has been no step off with Coach Montrell. Coach Montrell knows everything that Coach Garrett knows, and even more. Like they really like the same coach for real.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of what we heard from the players. I mean, Vontrell is unproven, but everybody internally seems to love the guy. So I'm excited to hear certainly more about him. I talked to your brother down in Mobile during some of the media availabilities for the Senior Bowl. And, we asked him, obviously, who's going to step up. Because like you said, a lot of guys who played a lot of snaps were left from a year ago. And, he's made the claim, he thinks that you're going to be better than he was at Auburn. Do you guys kind of have like any playful banter, any kind of competitive, conversations about that?
Yes, we do. I mean, he'll never tell me that to my face, but like, I mean, I feel like we both know that because, and it's not like no knock on him because he is a great player, but it's just the fact that I have him to look up to. Like he didn't have nobody to look up to. Like him coming up in his recruiting process, he had to do everything new. He was like traveling all over the country, trying to go to camps, trying to get offers, and like he didn't really know no better. Like, but he taught me. Like he told me how to do stuff. Like not to go to that many camps, but you feel me, still go to some camps that's like the schools that you know that you want to go to. And he told me like when I get to the NFL, like I'm gonna teach you all the stuff all the stuff I know. Everything they teaching me, I'm gonna teach you so that you can have NFL knowledge in college. So you can know more stuff than the next guy. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of tips or advice did he give you going into your first spring camp at Auburn?
He taught me about like how to pass rush from a 2-eye. Like he telling me like if the slide coming to me, get upfield and then snatch the offensive lineman into the A gap because the B gap gonna be wide open. He give me like little tips like that because that's how he made the sack versus Alabama because Alabama was trying to slide the protection at him. He was in a 2-eye. He snatched the offensive lineman and he made a sack through the B gap because the B gap was wide open. Like it's like little stuff like that he teach me. Like if the offense, like if you know where the running back at, you gonna know where the ball going. If the running back away from you, loosen up your alignment because the ball finna come at you. If he on your side, get a little tighter because it's finna go away from you and you don't want to get scooped out your gap. Stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you see yourself more on the interior at the college level, or do you see yourself being able to be kind of that 5 technique, that defensive end, or hey, coaches, I can do whatever you need me to do?
I really can do whatever, but like my coaches want me to play on the inside at the 3 and 2-eye, just for the simple fact that I'm 17 and I'm 285 pounds, and they saying that I carry it well, so they really saying like if I get up to 300 pounds, I'm still gonna have my quickness, and I'm not even gonna look like I'm 300 pounds. That's what they want me to do, and that's how I'm gonna get to the NFL.
Yeah, no question. And we've seen this probably more so at the NFL level than anywhere else. But like, if you're a guy that can rush the passer from a 3 technique or a 2-eye, like you're saying, I mean, that's arguably more valuable than being able to rush from an edge guy.
Yeah, because you're the closest one to the fight. You're the closest one to the quarterback from the inside. You're gonna have first deals on the quarterback. You just got to be quick. You got to be strong and you got to be fast to play at the position.
No question. No question. All right, our conversation with Malik Blocton continues in just a moment, right here on Locked On Auburn. Today's show is brought to you by our friends at Nissan. Are you the kind of driver that likes to push things a little further? Ever wonder what adventure could be around the next corner? Our friends at Nissan have a lineup of SUVs with the capabilities to take your adventure to the next level. The 2024 Nissan Rogue is perfect for city drives and great escapes. The 2024 Rogue is the perfect midsize crossover for your next adventure. Or you could check out the 2024 Nissan Armada. It will change what you expect from a full-size SUV. You can tow bigger and explore further in the 2024 Armada. Take the Nissan Rogue, the Nissan Pathfinder, or the Nissan Armada and go find your next big adventure. Shop NissanUSA.com. Malik Blocton, our guest on today's Locked On Auburn. Malik, we've got to ask the question. You're clearly in a vehicle. Is the lights on the top of your car is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. What's going on there?
Somebody from my city, I took my car to him. He took the roof off the car, like put holes in it, and it's like a little starlight kit you can get, and you just put the little stars in the holes that he put. He like drilled the little holes, and he just put the stars in there. So yeah, it looked kind of cool.
At night, I bet that is so cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it looked way better at night.
That's sweet. That's sweet. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, man. So as far as your expectations early in your career, what do you need to do this offseason to kind of achieve some of the things that you want to achieve while you're at Auburn?
I mean, I just got to have a really good spring, and I want to be a starter my first year. I mean, I know it's going to be hard because I got guys that's going into their last year in college that's in front of me. But I mean, I just want to compete with them guys, try to get as close to the start and start it like as possible.
Yeah.
And I want to have a good season my first year, so I can have a really big season my sophomore and junior year. And I'm trying to be out of here for years. That's why I came in. That's why I came in early because I came into college with college credits already because I was taking dual enrollment classes in high school. So I'm really just trying to graduate college fast and go to the NFL as fast as I can.
Sure. Has there been an upperclassman or a veteran that's kind of taken you under their wing at this point, or are we still kind of waiting for that to happen?
I mean, the whole D line, because we all really all around. You feel me? Like the same age. Well, it's guys that's older than me, but. We all just talk to each other because everything that we're doing is new since we got a new defensive coordinator. Most of the stuff is new. So we all just working together, teaching each other, correcting each other. And it's never no hard feelings or none of that because we know we coming out here to play football.
Mm-hmm. What are your early impressions of the new defense? And I guess it's not even really new to you, but, or I guess it is new to you, but I think you know what I'm saying. It's as far as what that does is impacting the defensive line. Do you like that? Are there going to be more stunts, or is it more just kind of different alignments under DJ Durkin?
I mean, it's a really great defense. We doing a lot of moving. It's a lot of slaying and stuff like that. A lot of stunts. I mean, we're gonna be playing fast. We're gonna be getting upfield. We're gonna be making plays in the backfield. That's what I like.
Yeah. I think that'd be great. And it's got to be better for a defensive lineman knowing that these linebackers with a ton of experience are right behind you, especially when, based on what he did at Texas A&M, those guys played close to the line of scrimmage. And I just kind of see Eugene Asante being all over the place this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Eugene, Austin Keys. Austin Keys actually has played for Coach Durkin before. So yeah, them guys, we're gonna have a really good defense this year.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Are you a smack talker in practice? Do you talk smack, or do you just kind of, let your play kind of do the talking for you?
I talk smack. Yeah, I do.
Do you?
Yes,
do you? Have you talked smack to the guys at Auburn yet? Like your Connor Lews and your D Wade's? I've heard D Wade's a smack talker too. Does he give it back to you?
Yeah, I talk smack to D Wade. He might be the most I talk smack to.
Who on the offensive side of the ball is talking the most smack right now? I know it's early, but who do you hear it from the most?
It's definitely D Wade. It's 100% D Wade. Cause last year last year we had D-Wade playing tackle, and this year we got him playing guard.
Right.
So he was like, y'all got me back in my regular position. All this, yada, yada, yada. He just been talking.
Yeah. Have you gone up against Percy Lewis yet? That dude is ginormous.
I have not, but I want to. I'm gonna definitely go up. I'm gonna go up against him when we get past on.
Yeah.
Because right now we in soft pads.
Right.
So we can't. So they tell us not to bull rush or work an edge, like work half a man.
Mm-hmm.
But like with a guy like that, you got to be aggressive with him.
Yeah.
Because he's so light on his feet, he quick on his feet.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about how, when you get up to 300 pounds, you're not going to look it because you're going to be able to move so well. Like, that's Percy Lewis right now. And Xavier Miller's pretty close to that, too. I mean, both of those guys move so well for their size.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, too tall. Yeah, he moves really well.
Do you have a cool nickname?
Not yet.
Okay. Do you want to throw any out there? Because we can totally make this happen.
No, sir, not yet.
Okay. We've accidentally done that for a few, and I kind of feel bad about it. But so as far as the defensive line, from the outside looking in, Malik, the pass rush seems to be a big question mark that a lot of people are asking. Like, okay, how is Auburn going to generate a pass rush? Is that something that's discussed internally in the defensive line room or in defensive meetings, or are you guys just kind of taking it one day at a time and saying, like, we really still don't even know what we have here?
I mean, we definitely know what we have. Like, from a pass rush standpoint, we have Keldrick Fall, we have J-Mac. Like, them are the best two pass rushers in the SEC, in my opinion.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I'll put J-Mac up against anybody.
Sure.
Like, for sure. And with them guys off the edge, it's gonna make it way easier for us to get sets, because if they rushing off the edge how they're supposed to, the B guy's gonna come wide open. And one of the defensive linemen gonna have a 1-on-1. And if you, like I said earlier, if you rush from a 2R, you step into the A gap, and then you snatch the offensive lineman to the A gap and rush through the B gap.
Yeah.
So I feel like pass rush not gonna be a problem. Then we got the DBs, so you feel me? The quarterback gonna have to hold the ball for a little longer. Right.
Yeah, I mean, Keldrick, he seems ready to take that typical step that you see from like a 5-star dude, where like as a freshman they're solid, and then usually that big jump comes from their freshman to sophomore year. You feel like he's ready for that?
I 100% think that Keldrick is ready for that. The way he's worked this offseason, like he's trying to perfect this game, and that's what I really been looking up to. Like, because me and Keldrick are around the same age. Like, me and Keldrick are probably like a year apart, but he's really trying to be perfect. Like, Keldrick strives every day to be perfect.
Yeah, I mean, he knows, like, similar to what you said, like, he knows he's 2 years away from the league. Like, that has to change. Like, you have to get a little bit of a sense of urgency at that point, as far as, if I want to get to that point, I got to get better. So, yeah. All right, there's one guy in your class I want to ask you about specifically, Malik, and that's coming up right here on Locked On Auburn. Today's show is brought to you by our friends at FanDuel. FanDuel's America's #1 sportsbook, and you can get buckets with your first bet on FanDuel, because right now new customers get $150 in bonus bets with any winning $5 bet. That's $150 if your bet wins. You can bet on all your favorite NBA players and teams with quick bets, live same-game parlays, exclusive props, and more. Visit FanDuel.com/LockedOn and shoot your shot. FanDuel's the official sports betting partner of the NBA and the Locked On Podcast Network. Final few minutes as we are joined by Auburn defensive lineman Malik Blocton. So, I mean, the guy that everybody wants to talk about amongst the Auburn fan base right now is Walker White. I mean, he is like Auburn's sweetheart right now.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, he seems like the greatest guy in the world. I've only talked to him a few times, but he seems like the greatest guy in the world. Is he like that all the time? Just super intentional, super energetic, super fired up? Is that him? Is that him all the time?
That's literally him all the time. Like, I remember one specific thing that happened with me. Everybody thought that I had missed lunch, but I had just went to lunch real early, like before like the people who came in to check. So Walker White, he called me. He was like, everybody wondering where you was at lunch. I was like, bro, I went to lunch, and he told the people, like, he took up for me, and I ain't get in trouble for that. They just was like communicated next time and all that. But he took the time out of his day to call me and make sure I actually went to lunch, make sure like to hold me accountable for my mistake, or it wasn't really a mistake. I just went too early.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Hugh Freeze, and I mean, obviously all coaches want leadership traits in their quarterbacks, but Hugh Freeze seems to talk about it more than most coaches do.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it seems like Walker checks all of those boxes. I mean, you talk about like future, like franchise quarterback, like he's got almost everything that you're wanting out of it.
Yes, he does. Like I actually got a chance to see him play in person in 7-on-7 because they played against my school in the 7-on-7 tournament. I was up there watching, and he throws perfect balls. Like it was one throw he threw. It was the first play of the game. It was on our best DB. He threw it to the back of the end zone. It was a perfect pass. Our DB, he was in perfect position. It was just like the pass was perfect.
Yeah,
like he does stuff like that. I haven't really got to watch him like this spring because we be on different fields, but like,
right.
I know big things are coming with him for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it, and you know, usually like freshmen are pretty stiff early on in their first spring, you know, for obvious reasons. There's a lot of information to process, probably some nerves and excitement and all that, and he's just like vibing, you know, dancing when it's not his turn and all that. It's like, okay, relax. I mean, that's what you want out of your quarterback, right? You want to be poised, you want to be calm, you want to be relaxed. So the more I see of this kid, the more impressed I am.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. What is your favorite place to eat at in Auburn?
I mean, I don't really know. I really been trying to like figure that out. The place I've been finding myself at mostly was like Chick-fil-A and Wingtown, like regular places.
Yeah. What's your go-to order at Chick-fil-A?
Chicken sandwich meal, sub the fries for the macaroni. Lemonade with no ice.
With no ice? You like lukewarm lemonade?
It's not lukewarm. It still be kind of cold. It's just like you get more drink.
Okay. That makes sense.
And then I know I'm about to drink it like right now, so I'm not gonna save it. So I need more. You know what I'm saying?
Do you never get ice then?
I never get ice unless I get sweet tea.
Unless you get sweet tea, but everything else, if you order like something else, you're just not getting ice.
Not getting ice. Like I order a Powerade, no ice. Fruit punch, no ice. Like,
do you ever regret that because it is lukewarm, or are you always just kind of confident in your decision with that?
I'm definitely confident in my decision because it comes out of the machine cold. Like,
okay, so you're more about the volume than like
for sure.
Coldness.
Yeah, for sure. I don't really need my drinks cold.
I love it. Okay. All right, man. How can Auburn fans support you? Anything you have going on? I know you've got merch that you have. I've bought a shirt. It's very cool, very comfortable.
For sure.
But yeah, how can people support Malik Blocton right now?
Follow my Instagram, reaper.malik. Buy a shirt. The link is in my bio on Instagram. That's really it. All right.
Cool, man.
Right now.
Awesome. Well, hey, thank you so much for your time. Really, really appreciate it. And would love to have you on the show again soon.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much to Malik Blocton. Really, really happy and excited for that kid. Be sure to like the video. Please subscribe if you want more player interviews over the course of the offseason. Please drop a comment down below letting us know. We will see you tomorrow. This has been Locked On Auburn.